y'all? Oh snap! Did it go off? Okay, here we go. We recording now. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Charles. Listen, we checking out Mobb Deep's Prodigy, My Infamous Life. If y'all don't know who Prodigy is, you should be ashamed of yourself. You don't know hip hop, unless you like under 20 years old, and you probably wouldn't know who Prodigy is. But Prodigy is from the infamous group Mobb Deep, legendary group Mobb Deep from New York. Prodigy passed away some years back, but we're gonna get into his book, and I'm gonna come back with my reaction. Hit that thumbs up button.
For the better, eventually helped Kiki to quit the weed and poisonous bullshit just like me. Cameron was in a session with a hot new producer down the hall. Cam introduced me to the producer and asked me to do a song with him for his album. I wrote my rhyme in about 20 minutes and laid it down. Then Cam came up with the chorus. The song, Losing Weight, ended up being a hood classic. Cam asked me about the dragon tattoo on my hand, and I explained that our whole Mobb Deep crew had it on our right hands. Cam then showed me a tattoo on the backside of his palm, Diplomats, written in script.
I know that.
Before I went back to my own session, Cameron told me, "Yo, P, you should come hang out with me and my boys in Harlem one day." "Who's Cameron?" Kiki asked late the following night. "He called for you today." Cam started calling my crib looking for me. He sounds real cocky on the phone. Like I'm supposed to be excited to speak to him, Kiki said. I never called Cam back. Not because I didn't like him. I had nothing against Cam. But because I didn't like new people trying to be too cool with me. I wasn't trying to hang out with him and his crew in Harlem because my mind was in a whole nother space at that time. Strictly business. I got word from my man in Queensbridge that Little Law was home. Been doing 7 years for that carjacking back in '93. The same kid I sold my Acura to when he...
You know, I'm kind of the same way. Like when new people try to get too friendly with me, like too quickly, like calling me every you know, like ease back. You know what I'm saying? Like call me and then wait a little bit, or just, you know what I'm saying? You know, like friendship has to be built, especially nowadays, man. But I'm thinking to myself, it's probably easier to make friends when you ain't, you know what I'm saying, when you ain't got nothing. You know, I'm just a regular working person, but I'm pretty sure if you're a rapper like him, you have to make, you know, people always want stuff from you and trying to use you and stuff like that.
He was the youngest drug dealer in the hood, running around with Killer Black, getting in the shootout. I scooped him up from Brooklyn and took him to Soundtrack Studio. He said he was rapping now and went by the name Littles.
Littles.
I was happy that he wanted to change his life around, so I cut him a check and had him put a song on the movie soundtrack. I even let him lay an 8-bar acapella on HNIC so he can get his buzz started. Little Lord seemed like a different person now. No longer acting like the cocky, ruthless badass. He was acting real humble and happy to be free. Right after Little Lord came home, Hazman man Free High from QB was also released from prison for murdering a cab driver on 21st Street in Queensbridge.
Dang. At
Soundtrack Studios, Free High, who came home with 2 razor slashes across both sides of his face from a fight in Rikers Island, explained that he beat the murder rap because his lawyer proved that Free High couldn't have killed the man since he was the one that called 911 from the payphone up the block. Not only did he beat the murder, but Free High also sued the New York Department of Corrections and won $40,000 for getting cut in jail.
Jesus.
Free High had turned into a blood in jail and also turned into a rapper. Chris Lighty threw a big Violator Records party in South Beach, Miami. Mobb Deep was on the bill to perform with Busta Rhymes. So Havoc and I brought our whole crew. We stayed at the Shelbourne Hotel. I stopped by my mother's apartment to surprise her. She had gotten tired of New York and moved to Miami around '96. I took Alchemist and Gotti along so Moms could meet Al. We talked for about an hour, then hopped back on our scooters and rode around South Beach. Later that afternoon, Alchemist and I jumped into a mini golf cart looking vehicle and drove to sound check at Club Amnesia, where palm trees grew from the dance floor up into the open ceiling sky.
That's dope.
Alchemist and I were waiting to check out the sound system when we overheard a conversation between two guys. "Yeah, I hear Mobb Deep is gonna perform tonight," one of them said. "Those guys think they're so tough and gangster. I don't like them at all." I brushed it off as cheap talk. But during sound check, I noticed that the guy who was talking was the sound man for the show. The spot was jam-packed later that night, as we stood by the bar watching Rod Digger open up for Buster with some girls behind her in tacky patent leather outfits that said Flipmode Squad all over. Buster is always an extremely hard act to follow. After 2 songs, our mic started to sound terrible, with loud feedback while the music was extra low. "Yo, you better fix this shit," I screamed at the sound man. "You fucking up our show." But it only got worse. "Wow, this dude really purposely fucked up our show because he don't like us," I thought, remembering what I overheard him saying earlier. The sound for Buster's set had been perfect. After the 4th song, we had to end our show because it sounded awful. I found Chris Lighty and I told him, "I know this is your party, so out of respect, I'm coming to you to tell you that I'm about to beat the sound man up." "Okay, cool," Chris said.
Whoa.
"Are you sure?" I asked. "I'm not playing." "Come on, I'll help you find him," Chris said.
Chris was no joke.
Chris brought me right to the sound man. "Excuse me, my man," I said. "Can I ask you a question? Do you have something personal against me and my team? Did we do something to you?" "No, I don't have a problem with you guys," he said. "I don't know what happened. The sound was just acting up." I pretended like I was turning to walk away while cocking back my arm so I could knock him out. I swung with my right fist, hit him dead in the mouth with my platinum ring. Knocked out his 2 top teeth, and quickly walked to the bathroom to wash the blood off my hand and swap shirts with our security guard, Tim. I gave Tim our royal blue throwback Braves jersey with white short sleeves, and he gave me his mustard brown striped polo shirt. The cops had all the club exits blocked off. Luckily, I switched shirts, because when we walked out, the cops tackled Tim to the ground with guns at his head. While they struggled with Tim on the ground, Chris Lighty's older brother, Dave Lighty, walked with me in the opposite direction and paid some fool $100 to give me his scooter so I could zip out quick.
That's smooth.
Tim got arrested and we bailed him out the next day. He had to go to trial for that and lost his gun license.
Dang.
I gave Tim some bread for doing that for me. And then,
I hope it was enough. You lose your gun license. If he's security, that's his livelihood. I hope he gave him enough to be able to, you know what I'm saying?
Like a month or 2 later, the sound man sued me for $20,000 for his dental bill and won.
Of course.
Working on music at our Long Island house one day, Av told me he wanted to throw a gangster party at the crib that weekend. "What's a gangster party?" I asked. "A sex party, an orgy." Av
what?
said. "We invite like 10 females that know what the party is all about. Then we invite just a few close friends and get it popping. A gangster party."
What the hell?
Oh, okay, I said. "Let's do it." Havoc called some strippers and some girls we knew who were down for whatever. We invited Nas, LES, and Little Lord.
What?
Gotti, Noyd, Papa Mal, Twin, and Ty Nitty lived at the house, so they were automatically invited. Havoc also invited a female rapper named Shot-Town, who was bisexual.
What?
So there'd be lots of females for her to have fun with. The night of the party, I picked Little Lord up from Brooklyn, and we pulled up to the Freeport crib. Havoc had disco lights flashing throughout the whole place. Nas and LES pulled up at the same time as us. Females were walking all over the house in bikinis or nothing on at all. I poured a cup of Moet, and Hav told Nas and me to follow him up to his room where 4 chicks were waiting for us. They pulled out condoms and started giving us all top at the same time.
Oh, wow.
The tall, thick, dark-skinned cutie who was giving me head suddenly stopped, pulled me behind her, and got on her hands and knees. So I started hitting her tall ass from the back.
I'm trying to, I just can't, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just a lame, but I can't. Was Nas in the same room with him? Like, I can't be in the same room with another dude. I could be in the same room with a bunch of chicks, but another dude in there with me? I don't know, man. Like, you gotta be like, it gotta be a big bedroom, and you gotta be over that way, like way over there.
While she began giving head to the girl who was sucking Nas's dick. We had him in all kinds of freaky positions and had room for about 40 minutes.
That's weird.
Then I bounced downstairs and left having Nas in the room with the girls. I was finished. I poured another cup of Moet and enjoyed the scenery. Havoc and Nas came downstairs as Chi-Town walked in. Hav grabbed her by the arm and made her sit on the couch. Then Hav had two other females take her pants off. "Stop, what y'all doing?" Chi-Town yelled, acting shy because Nas was standing there watching. The two females pulled her panties off and started eating her out. "Stop, come on." Chi-Town resisted. "What are y'all doing?" But suddenly she was speechless, pushing the girls' faces deeper into her.
Wow.
I left early and took my ass back home to Kiki. When she asked me where I've been, I told her we were working on music. But she ain't stupid. Women's intuition is powerful. It seemed like Kiki always knew when I was being bad. Shit, what was I supposed to say? I was at Hav's gangster party? Ron Artest had become a big-time NBA star for the Chicago Bulls. And when he heard about what I was doing with Bars and Hooks, in the Queensbridge movie, he gave me $90,000 in startup money to help with the expenses.
That's dope.
Studio time, records, stickers, travel expenses, Infamous Records chains for DeLorean and bars, and Infamous Records levers, jerseys, t-shirts, and bandanas to promote the label. Ron, as we called him, was a real ass nigga for looking out like that.
I did not expect to hear that part. So Nas and Mobb Deep had a orgy together. That's crazy. Had an adult party together. I never would have thought that. That's weird. That's weird to me. I just can't be in another room with another dude in the same bed. I don't care if we got 3 or 4 chicks in the bed with us. I don't know. Like, I feel like you need to be over there somewhere. Be like, go over to the other chair. I mean, I'm pretty sure they had a big house. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That was crazy to hear. Did not expect that. I'm pretty sure that sound guy that he punched in the face probably was a white dude, because them cops went after him like he really attacked. You know what I'm saying? They don't go after. If it had been a black sound guy he punched in the mouth like that, I don't think they would have been that aggressive. You know what I'm saying? They probably they probably would have told the black sound guy, well, you can file a report, that's all we can do. You know what I'm saying? But when we do something to them, they come full force. Anyway, what y'all think, man? This is from Mobb Deep's Prodigy, My Infamous Life. Y'all can go and check it out on Audible. Let me know what y'all think about that gangster party, man. Wasn't that pretty crazy? With Nas and That's crazy.